Okay. Now it's got the right mic. I've been waiting for this event for a little bit, just a little bit. I've been aware that it's been happening. It's the main thing, or at least that it was coming up. So I haven't logged in since the updates yet today. So we get to do that all together. Everything all at once.
Arknights.
ドクター、会えて嬉しいわ。
Dithyram. Dithyram? Dithyram and unending. Why did I struggle to read that so badly? We get two new great outfits. 3 new great outfits, but 2 that I particularly care about. Sorry. Have to specify. From Rankwood Studio. Mail for maintenance compensation. I believe I already did that. What's going on here? Modules. A new mountain module, a new Aslan module. Ooh, Necras and Techno got module. Dorothy got a second module? With a lower DP cost. Trap deployment limit increases! Ooh. In attack range, when deploying a resonator, there's a 50% chance of deploying an additional resonator within attack range. Okay. It's a little annoying that both of these are still random outcome based, but I honestly think her first module is still better. What about Ascalon? Let's see. I guess next up 3 times. So Ascalon's upgrade module isn't crazy, but I like the slow that gives. 15% higher chance to dodge attacks. And then... What? Oh. When enemies with this effect are defeated, Ascalon recovers 10% HP. I think the first one is still at least my preferred one. What about these guys' modules? Attack range expands. Beating any ground enemy within range, a stronger puppet dancer spawns where they fall. Puppet dancers deal arts damage and Techno's attack plus 15% when a puppet dancer is on the field. Okay, 15% more attack. Not too bad. I wonder how it affects the summon. Enemies blocked by their own summons with an attack increase to 115%. Okay. Defeated within Necras's or one of her summons attack range, gains 25% attack for 10 seconds and summons a Servant of Lamentation. If no more servants can be summoned, upgrade to servant instead. Okay. I mean, it's alright. Puzzle, I don't particularly care about you, but less likely to be tagged. Increased 125% for 2 additional speed when hitting an enemy with full HP. Hitting an enemy with full HP, attack increases 135%, reduce the enemy's movement speed by 50% for 3.5 seconds, and recover 2 additional speed. I could see that 50% slow for 3.5 seconds being worthwhile to some degree. I don't know. Above 50% HP, has 15% physical dodge. So compared to just basic. Okay, so this upgrades sturdy constitution. 10% extra defense. He gets an extra 10% physical dodge. So this would, a level 3 module X gives him, what is it? 25% extra dodge? Because he goes to 40% physical dodge chance from 15. After dodging, the next attack frightens the target for 3 seconds. Whoa! That's... I think this is his new best module for sure. Because that also means that the adding extra dodge chance in integrated strategies can be a lot more fun with him. Okay. Alright. And then Trichodia. That's cute. The dragon plushies. Alright. What's going on here? A lot of things. We have a new voice.
It's wise to care for your safety, Doctor. But you can work without worry now.
Huh.
I'll keep you protected.
I'm too attached to his Japanese voice. I appreciate it though. We'll start with all the new voices. Actually, before I do this, is it gonna remember? No, it won't. Shoot. Ah, whatever. I need to adjust my settings again. The voice lines go up. The music goes down a bit more. Alright. I know at least one of them. Guess I should have taken a screenshot. Where is she? There you are. Not you. You.
Doctor, are you ready to work? I won't take no.
Ah!
Doctor, 仕事の準備はいい?
I think I'm still too attached to her base one. Alright. What's next? Let's go! We get some... The Unpoetic Poet. We get some paradox simulations. Alright. Question is... think it's Flicker.
Moonlight barely laid upon the breezy patea, yet you've witnessed the entirety of autumn. Why obsess over rhymes? Poetry is woven with the thread of ideas.
Yeah.
Lass weiße Rosen, schlichte Kleingeister.
Especially with the module.
Doctor, you're right.
That
The
one's
words that
pretty
shape
simple.
one's soul always come from within the storm.
Okay. Next, we'll do Weedy next. Ah, she just gets a second medal. Sea Breeze on the Salt Flat. And then Arntoya should... Yeah, she gets... Where doth treasure lie? Been in her share of predicaments. To her enemies, she is the way, whether they are trying to get somewhere, get rich, or get up in the world. Arntoya cares little about whose path she is in. The desert is big, there are plenty of paths. She has no interest in those that have had their ups and downs trodden flat. I wonder where I'm going to place her. Probably Sun Swallower. It's either my way or the highway.
Toxins and traps are my tactics. I've got an eye. What? You think you're a better robber than me? Huh. The only sound they will hear is my blade slicing through wind, not my footsteps. I've got an eye. Enough dreaming. Only nightmares come with me.
Yeah, again, pretty simple.
You're reliable. The people around you are reliable.
I'm kind of waiting for a
Here be
module
so
for the loop
reliable.
shooters. Because I feel like a module could just seal the deal with them. They are my stock market. I've put a lot of effort into the loop shooters. Arntoya's M9 and max level. Caper, I M3'd her second skill, and she's max level. Brigide is... I'm kind of disappointed with her. The physical dodge is very specific. And I'm not super attached to either of these skills. I feel like Bring to Heal could be good, but it doesn't have a super great uptime. And then Familiarity is just worse Narutoya S1. So maybe a module brings her up a tier to where Narutoya and Caper sit at. But right now, I think Narutoya's the best, Caper's second, Brigide's third. Unfortunate, but I put effort into them. Next. Outfits. Yes. And they did change the texture on it. So super sick skin. Lucilla. It's a really nice skin, but I'm not really attached to Lucilla. Horn's the name of the artist. Okay. Horn? I don't know. That's a pretty cool scythe, though. I want to use Highmore more, but she's very much IS focused. Big world. Okay. I do have this to buy. And then I think it's full time. Maybe. Oh, we've got... Yeah, she's maxed out. Why not? Okay, there you go. All right. Oh, that's true. You can swap to oh, Wolfenite. Theme. What rank would? How about looking for something more workshoppy? Sure. I'm happy with that. All right. Next stop, headhunting. I think. One moment. I gotta pull up the Arknights tier list by Game Press. Trigodia is an EX rank. Okay. It's hard to overstate how absurd Trigodia is. His main claim to fame is absolutely ridiculous control that breaks many stages in half. He has multiple layers of control too, so he's not even easy to nerf. Blur, slow, paralysis, free blockers, and if that weren't enough, he does great damage too. Trigodia is one of the easiest units to place in EX, and he's a sort that it seems unlikely he'll ever be removed. What? I feel like I've barely heard anything about Trigodia as events have happened. But Game Press says he's so strong that he will never leave EX tier. Sky Rangers are a pretty good archetype. Oh, TP's a Sky Ranger? The problem is she ends up a bit more gimmicky than her lower rarity counterpart Contrail. Huh. TP's dodge can certainly come in handy now and then, but that's ultimately situational, and she loses some DPS compared to Contrail to have it. Considering that Contrail is also less expensive to promote, it makes TP a bit tough to recommend despite still being decent. Miss Christine, while she has great design, It's tough to be a primal caster, especially a 5-star one. Ugh. They rely on another unit, and even then don't do enough to justify the team slot. In Miss Christine's case, Tragodia is so good he simply doesn't need her, even if she was great. Instead, she's just okay. However, she has passable DPS, but not good to be clear, and could be used for NI in certain niches. I'm not quite sure what NI stands for. So she could be worse too. Miss Christine is a desire only type of unit, but is at least not complete garbage. Dang. Ugh. Sorry, Miss Christine. Oh, he's a supporter. He's ritualist, and I take it he does nervous impairment. Yeah, he does nervous impairment. Next, deal an additional 30% of attack as nervous impairment. Deal 20% of attack as nervous impairment to enemies around the target. What? Oh, okay. All right. When deployed, all enemies on the field under the burst effect of nervous impairment have 12 less attack speed. When enemies within attack range perform normal attacks, they take 70 points of nervous impairment. Okay. So they would have to attack a total of, for a regular enemy, if they just attack within his range for 15 times, they get affected by paralysis. And that doesn't count his mind over matter that it'll inflict. Next attack deals 150% of attack as arts damage twice and binds the target. You know, I guess mind over matter is somewhat similar to there's too many people for me to remember. Virtuosa. And he has a module. What does this module do? Gives them even more reduced attack speed, 8 more reduction, as well as the nervous impairment infliction increases to 90, which in turn reduces the number of attacks required to 12 instead of 15. 3 attacks less for a regular enemy, 6 attacks less for an elite. The next attack deals 150%. It's an offensive. Huh. Does 150% of attack as arch damage twice and binds a target for 3 seconds. Target receives 1.8 times more nervous impairment during the bind. Prioritizes attacking enemies not under a burst effect. Attack speed plus 35 and talent 1's splash area expands. While skill is active, can deploy a Blood's Whisper, which lures, cannot be blocked, and moves towards the target's position. Ha! Lures up to 4 enemies who enter its range and can path to it, prioritizing elite or leader enemies. Prioritizing elite or leader enemies? Interesting. For 10 seconds after deployment, once the first target arrives at its position, retreats and slows all surrounding enemies for 6 seconds. 80%. Dealing 150% of Tragodia's attack as arch damage and 25% as nervous impairment. Every 0.5 seconds. And this has unlimited duration. This one doesn't have super great uptime, but attack range expands, attack plus 125%, prioritizes attacking enemies not under a burst effect, Enemies that have received nervous impairment from Trigodia while skill is active take 10% of attack as nervous impairment per second until burst effect is triggered. I'm also going to be eating my dinner while we go through this. What? So wait. How many seconds is that reduction? It normally has a 10-second cooldown, but because of this, it turns it into a 5-second cooldown. A Cage of Chaos at their ground position. Cage blocks all enemies on its tile when created/refreshed. Disappears when not blocking a target or after receiving 3 attacks from a blocked target. Persists an additional 30 seconds. 30 seconds after Trigodia's skill ends. Wow! Wow. I think skill 2 and 3 are his strongest skills. As to which one is better, I don't know. I add 18% more damage to elite and leader enemies. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that, sure. Thing is, I don't know if I care enough. I think I care more about the upcoming operators that come up later, which would be Lazy Altar, Hoshi Altar, and then we've got the collab. The thing is, I am 3 Grace Bearer's second skill. Which, as she stands right now, one skill activation of this would deal 6,400 elemental damage if the enemy is under nervous impairment. It would be really nice if they didn't make him just so busted in general, though. if they just made it so that it's easy for him to inflict nervous impairment, then people like primal guards, primal casters could have more effect, more team usage. Because then they deal the elemental damage. You have someone inflict the effect, and then another person to inflict a mass amount of elemental damage due to the effect. Which is the way my burn comp works. I mean, I have a lot of different ways to apply burn, but Blaze and Warmy do so much burst elemental damage together whenever someone has burn triggered. And you know who's best at applying that burn? You and Bobbing. You know who isn't cracked out with their damage? You and Bobbing. You is great as like a tank in general. Like, he can tank things. So he's amazing. Don't get me wrong, but he's not damage amazing. He himself isn't. Bobbing is great at just applying the burn damage though, which lets Blaze with her 380% burst effect take effect. 380% of her attack. Now, let's see. The thing is that Blaze, 380% of her attack is, for 7 times 3.8 is 2,838. Fun fact, or the funny thing, really funny thing, is Grace Bearer with her third skill, 250% of her attack 3 times for the elemental damage, which is basically 750% of her attack dealt to enemies. And her attack, even without trust maxed out, her attack is already higher than Blaze's. Now, this does only affect ground enemies, whereas Blaze can affect... She's gaining 9 attack. Blaze can affect all enemies with that, and it is map wide, whereas Grace Bearer is only in her general vicinity and ground enemies only. But, like, that's a lot of burst damage. And then Warmy, I remember doing the math for all the fire elemental burst damage during the U's event, and I thought that was crazy. But now we have Grace Bearer who can deal more than Warmy and Blaze Alter's burst damage combined in a single skill activation, given the chance at least. %300 of her attack, so 3 times 646, which adds up to just around 2,000. So the total burst damage for Blaze and Warmy is right around 5k, whereas Grace Bearer's burst damage is over 6k, and she only takes up 1 slot. But I don't know. I am like, I really want to play with the nervous impairment system and play with Grace Bearer more, but I don't like how busted his stuff is. I mean, like, his third skill is going to be great for a specific situation. But I think his second skill would be the one I use the most, and the first skill is the, like, no, the second skill would be default. First skill would almost be like, I want to use him in a nerf state. Hmm. I am unconvinced. We'll just play the event first. Eyes? I guess we can take a look at Miss Christine. See, this skill has unfortunate uptime as well. I haven't even started playing. I've been talking about new operators and the skins, the voices, all the new stuff that's come with the event besides the actual event missions. Attacks 2 targets at once and attacks an additional 15% of Earth's damages versus impairment, which would be nice for applying nervous impairment, but it doesn't have great uptime. Her second skill also has terrible uptime. It's worse uptime. Calling a sensory spirit at the target's location. The spirit deals 115% of attack as arts damage to all nearby enemies every second. If target is under the burst effect of nervous impairment, they are dealt an additional 115% of attack as elemental damage. And she also has a burst of damage because they... Oh, it's paralysis. It's the paralysis, not the nervous impairment. Okay, well that's slightly different. But like, ugh. It can't just be simple enough to have someone who just inflicts the effects. We have to make them deal insane damage in their kit as well. That, or they can't do anything on their own. And yes, this is a cat. Say hello to Miss Christine. We've had her for quite some time. Oh, there is a period in her name. I thought it was a typo on the site, but she actually has a period. Perfect nap spot, fancy feast reward. So wait, what? Phantom of the Studio. Despite the hellish workload and a high-pressure film set, the mysterious Black Shadow never fails to show up every now and again. At the point, the overwhelmed crew have started to wildly speculate who is behind it. If you can trace the whereabouts of the Phantom of the Studio, they will be very grateful. But is it really a ghost, a prop, a hallucination, somebody's friedkin pet? Friedkin? Nobody knows. Miss Christine simply waves her twin tails as she languidly basks in the sunlight. Okay. Well. Now, I am not a storygoer. So, we are skipping through the story and we're playing the game. What do we got? Camera. Operators deployed on a camera's 4 adjacent tiles and facing it will create a filming area in the direction the operator is facing. Lighting prop. Blocks filming area and requires 10 instances of damage to tear it down. Okay. Well, we're about to learn how this works. These people are acting kind of weird. Yeah? What is the lighting prop? I'm not seeing anything I can click on besides the camera. Let's hurry and collect intel. Is that a camera over there? Seems like you could use it.
To kill and to be killed.
I see.
To do battle. Far too many plays have been pinned on these themes. See those on the stage? Knowing nothing.
Places a lighting prop on arriving in an empty ground tile in the filming area. I'm gonna put her here. I'll put him here. I'll put her there. Right, it just takes 10 attacks. Or 10 instances of damage, I guess. Okay. So it takes priority to whoever was last placed. Got it.
It is done. Be at ease, for no danger remains. Well done, Doctor.
Oh, well, I guess we're doing the burn comp.
You'll get what you deserve. I mean, what you ordered.
I'll place her here.
マグマは振り返ることなく。みんなこっち来て。ここなら戦況が一目瞭然だね。気をつけて行動しますね。みんなこっち来て。
大地をたぎれ。
爽やかなそよ風をパチパチ泡立つソーダに注いで。ここは涼しすぎるかも。
Players might need a second to get used to this environment.
みんなこっち来て。
Fire is only a boundary. Please, don't force your way through.
先輩少し暑いかもしれませんよ。キンコンカンコン、お花がふわりと落ちたら食べ頃ベリーが顔を出す。先輩、私たちのことは気にせず全体の指揮に専念してください。ドクター、ここっていい景色だね。本気で行くよ。
So long as you're here, have some hot soup before you go.
新たな挑戦ね。ターゲットが視界から消えちゃうのは嫌よね。小石がお家に戻ってきたよ。本気で行くよ。
Players might need a second to get used to this environment.
ここは涼し。
Please, don't force your way through.
何か指示。ターゲットが視界から消えちゃうのは嫌よね。
Bravery shall overcome evil.
本気で行くよ。
Please, don't force your way through.
Leave. This is my last suggestion.
Bravery shall overcome evil. Orders, please.
眠れ眠れ、甘い夢の国にいらっしゃい。リンゴちゃん、見えなくなっちゃった。 Lass weiße Rosen, schlichte Kleingeister. 頑張ります。クッキングシー。小村ちゃんが静かに泣いてるんですよ。先輩、少し暑いかもしれませんよ。
Phew! I've managed to live up to the reputation of this uniform once more. Raise your whips, swirl the sand, shade the sun, then take whatever you want.
戦いの時だ。
Ha! The only sound they will hear is my blade slicing through wind, not my footsteps. Illusion and intimidation are my tactics too.
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
私の名は闇の奥底だ。
My speed and I.
後ろだ。
Orders, please.
Il martello della giustizia. What? You think you're a better robber than me?
自分のための戦いはうわ、みんなこっち来て。
Qualunque cosa, sebbene la giustizia assoluta non esista, invocherò comunque il suo nome.
Standing by.
Relax. Enough dreaming. Only nightmares come with me.
Mission accomplished.
友人たちが祝福を囁いている。私たちの勝利だ、ドクター。急げ。武器と道具は全部持ったか？頭数は二の次だ。
Stand to attention.
出発！わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
このまま行こう。
どっちが獲物か、ここで分からせてやる。決断を自然な摂理を乱してはならない。みんなを守る。リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
My speed and I hail from Victoria.
Illusion and intimidation are my tactics too. Bam! I've swallowed up the sun.
車椅子じゃ鉄骨上でドリフトできないって。よーし、君らの攻撃なんて効かないよ。決断を私の庭からとっとと出ていけ。狙撃。あなたの訃報を聞くのは誰なのか考えたことある？ I've managed to live up to the reputation of this uniform once more.
I won't fight for nothing, but for the right price. I'm in. Honor your orders! Move out!
わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
Illusion and intimidation are my tactics too.
My speed and I hail from the AM!
I've swallowed up the sun.
Hmm? 本気で行くよ。
You'll get what you deserve. I mean, what you ordered. 逃がしはしません。はい、見えていますよ。
Benevolence shall save lives.
お役に立てそうですか？
Quickly, the spare.
うわあ、見ちゃうと。
お役に立てそうですか？
Bravery shall overcome evil.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, I have my mic muted. I don't even know if I really needed you there.
指示通り一人残らず片付けました。
Hmm. It's an awkward. Those are both awkward places for cameras. How about we take the ammo crew in?
Forward! Benevolent shall save lives. 主の祝福があらんこと。絹糸を刃先の前に差し出さないで。狙いを定めて放つ。車椅子じゃとってリンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。Tactics sharpen the mind. はいぞ、確認。Standing by. あいつらを通さなければいいんだよね。Non serve trattenersi. Una volta 本気で行くよ。
Huh, yeah, it does just extend way off the screen. Cannot be blocked. Damages your units along its path. Stops and gains 60% fragile when it enters the filming area. It looks like it's just stunned when it's in the area as well, just in general.
Ti stai aspettando? Sta per calare il sipario!
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。どうぞ、はいぞ、確認。どの矢福音が指先に集まる。
I see why they had the lights there, because the mannequin is supposed to roll down that lane. I gotcha.
私ちゃんと役に立てた？
Is this a I think this is an 8 base mission event. Let's see. I mean, these two. I'm gonna try doing this without defenders.
急げ。武器と道具は全部持ったか？頭数は二の次だ。準備オッケー。じゃあ行くよ。リンゴ ゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
That's what he throws? Oh my goodness. I think I'd rather put him here.
獲物を見つけました。
今は一人にしてよし。妥当なデータ。早速演算して。
It's on you. She's got a shield.
わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
ドクター、よし。妥当なデータ。早速演算してみよう。
Bravery shall overcome evil.
You can attack them. Oh, it's a ground unit location.
数値は合っているか。何か違う気も。
It slows down the
とにかく起動しよう。
わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。次は車椅子に飛行スラスターをつけて射撃補助モジュール。
関心は正常。深層原質異常なし。
あなたの訃報を聞くのは誰なのか考えたことある？
Tactics sharpen the mind.
関心は正常。深層原質異常なし。
Yep.
今よし。妥当なデータ。早速演算してみる。
決断を自然な摂理を乱してはならない。
綺麗に映っている。データも見てみる。
この一あんたそれ隠れられてないよ。
True, she will just attack the cages because they have the lowest defense, don't they?
ドクター、よし。妥当なデータ。早速演算してみる。数値は合っているか。何か違う気も。まあいい。とにかく起動しよう。ドクター、綺麗に映っているな。データも見てみるか。
どうぞ。武装解除確認。任せて。あなたたちに恨み。
よし。妥当なデータ。早速演算してみよう。
Got them all before VCR tapes hit her, or cassette tapes, whatever you want. Whatever they're supposed to be. Oh?
しっかりしろ、ドクター。
2 medals? Or 3 medals? I just got 3 medals? Do not let film thrown by explode more than 2 times. I gotcha. They can hit me at most twice, huh? Yep, this is the boss stage. I think the boss is a... I don't know who the boss is. I'm not convinced it's a bear anymore. Who's the boss? Hold to ammo. Is it Tragodia himself?
みんな助けに来たよ。獲物を見つけました。みんなこっち来て。弾丸ビュッフェはこちらに順序よくお並びください。
Hai le armi a portata di mano. Perché aspettare?
Guarda, siamo
Oh mercy, who is that?
みんなこっち来て。車椅子じゃ鉄骨上でドリフト。
ジジイにもジジイなりのプライドがあるんじゃ。
携帯を変更中。どうぞ機能喪失確認。
Oh.
ほっかえたわしは倒れん。
わ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。ごめん、弦の振動を感じて。
Okay.
Guarda Zaro.
What I can do is I can do this.
私が巻き起こしたトラブルは私にしか収められないんだ。あいつらを通さなければいいんだよね。さっさとやっちゃおう。ご命令、弓を引いて。あなたの訃報を聞くのは誰なのか
Oh.
考えたことある？
Not quite sure what's happening.
座標についた。私がキモイトをもてあそんであげる。
想定の通りだ。
通信に接続した。ドクター、指示を。
This guy reminds me of the cat from whatchamacallit.
福音が指先に集まる。
From
Non serve trattenersi. Una volta svelato un segreto, non c'è nulla da nascondere. 悪くない一撃です。
Guarda, che dovrei fare? Ho capito subito.
Gosh, why can't I remember the name? Oh. All right. I don't know what's going on.
チームの消耗を考慮すれば即時撤退以外に選択の余地はない。
Oh, it is. Well, in quotes, Tragodia. Wait, it's spelled differently. Isn't the Tragodia the operator spelled with an E? Yeah, he just does arch damage. Okay. Whenever a nervous impairment burst occurs on one of your units, deals damage to the units in the 4 adjacent tiles around that unit after a short delay. creates a barrier on one camera. Prioritizing active ones, disabling it. Barrier explodes if not destroyed within a time limit, dealing damage to your units and 8 surrounding tiles. Whenever a nervous impairment burst occurs on one of your units, there's damage to the units in the 8 adjacent tiles around that unit after a short delay. Inflicting nervous impairment creates a barrier on 2 cameras. After charging, attacks your units within range. They're inside the filming area, going from near to far. Attack inflicts additional nervous impairment. Each hit increases the damage of the next attack for the skill duration. Okay. And how about... Actually, that's a good question. What's he weak to? He's weakest to physical attacks, so instead of you, let's use Syria. Ah! Hang on. Yeah, we'll use Syria. And then Lemuin. Yes, we're still using Lemuin. Edo. See if I can use Typhon. Might need another Vanguard though. And then it might make the most sense to use Narutoya. No. But she is good at, she would be good at helping hit both of those cameras though. I think so. Put in Shores again. Add in Aya, maybe. How about one more defender?
Stand to attention.
I'm out of dinner. Okay.
相手のターゲットは誰？
本気で行くよ。主の祝福があらんこと。
Illusion and intimidation.
いや悪いね。僕は別に。
Huh. The only sound they will hear is my blade slicing through wind, not my footsteps. But what do you fear most?
時間をかけるつもりはない。
どの矢を使えばいいですか？リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。次は車椅子に飛行スラスターをつけてみようかしら。 こで分からせてやる。
信号即戦即決。
害虫だ。
お前の影、武装解除確認。
I don't know what the time limit on the camera barrier is, but
命令、お前の攻撃は想定の通りだ。
主の祝福があらんこと。どの矢を使えばいいですか？決断、自然な摂理を乱してはならない。狙撃位置確保。具体的な位置までは知らなくていい。
問題ないよ。
Monday night yum.
どうぞ、武装解除確認。
Oh, easy. That's fine.
My speed and I, bravery shall overcome evil.
命令を、お前の攻撃は想定の通りだ。
I bet I don't even get a nervous impairment off on him, do I? Nope. Alright, well, there we go. Yay! That's a wrap, folks!
各位撤収。そうだ、まだや
Play
り残し
without end.
後方支援部から大量に届いたおやつに手こずってるんだけど、みんな一緒にやっつけて
It's yet another story that I'm interested in, but I don't have the care to read through everything here. I just don't know what to do. She does just meow. Oh, more than last time I permit it. And thank you, Miss Christine. Okay, so that medal that I got. Lady's permission. I got Miss Christine. Play without end. Complete all stages. Yep. Which means I need to go trim this, but do I have the... No, I don't have the sanity. Then I will do that another day. That being said, I will go ahead and keep this to a short stream. That is all of the base stages of Act or Die. So I'm not wrong though, right? He does spell his name with an E versus that boss who spelled it without an E. Right? What's in here? You're kidding. What? What? Okay. Interesting that There's literally nothing. Origin Skate Artist Yuji. I didn't know that Origin was a thing. Wait. If I go to Bagpipe. No. What? What is... I'm so confused. What? What does Origin mean? I don't know. Okay, well, Miss Christine, I may not end up using you often, but you are, in fact, amazing. Alright then. So that's all the base stages. Tragodia spells his name with... No, it is Tragodia. Why did I think he spelled it with an E? I don't know. Whatever the case. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. I will be back when the challenge stages release, and we'll do those as well. Anywho, I will catch you all next time. Good night!